What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
See that? Do you see the bump right there?
Sophia's
flexing.
They see it. It's high definition out
Thank
here.
you.
Dang.
Oh, well, we're recording. Okay.
Well, hello, Sistine.
Hey, Chris. Welcome back to the podcast. And hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, Sophia and Sistine, and our adopted brother, Chris, because now he's a part of it.
Hey.
How do you feel about that?
I feel great. Are you hiding the guns? Did you get gun shy?
I realized, I'll be honest, I realized how patchy my fake tan was. I saw little specks on my, look at this.
Yeah,
Damn.
no, that doesn't look good.
It
You
looks
need
like
an exfoliant.
I have, what's it called? Eczema all over my arms. So I was like, ooh, I kind of need
Sophia,
to
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How does it feel constantly walking around with registered weapons on you?
Good, right? Isn't it look so awesome? Every time I'm in the mirror, I flex.
Yeah.
And Dad taught me a way to do it so that it
How do you
shows.
flex?
You don't curl in, you curl out.
Dad would teach you how to flex.
You know, well, he just saw me doing it in the mirror by myself, and he goes, "Let me teach you how to do it." Like, okay, so now I flex every time when a guy starts talking about working out. I'm like, "So am I," and then I flex.
You know what? That is your little trick you always pull out with guys. You start flexing like as if it's a competition.
Like it's a thing that they're gonna want to see. You know?
Are they impressed?
Yeah.
Do they
I'm
call
genuinely
back?
impressed. I've had to do a
Thank
lot
you.
of like fake, like oh yeah, big guns, sure.
See?
No,
It's
I'm
good.
impressed. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
You know
I work
why?
out every single day.
I feel like girls are afraid of lifting heavy.
Yeah.
Because they have this weird delusion that they think it's going to make them big. It will if you counter that with tons of whey protein.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when I was in LA, our glam guy, Chris, told me, he's like, your arms look incredible. Like, what did you do? He literally just called, and I said, weightlifting.
Yeah.
If you want them to like toned and tight, use 10-pound weights. I'm not asking you guys to use 20 pounds.
Or
But like,
canceling cardio.
like, I don't like cardio.
It does, honestly.
walk.
It just
I'm
makes
over it.
you hungrier, in my opinion, and you're
Yeah.
not toned. I want to be hard.
Like, I think long walk is enough cardio for me. I don't need to do berries again. I don't need to do Soul Cycle.
Yeah,
It's
just
just
do
not
a hot
fun.
girl walk and put on our podcast.
Also, I don't like breathing that heavy. It's just like sweating, dying. I don't like to sweat so much.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so I just use weights.
Okay, can I also address the elephant in the room? We didn't put out a podcast last week, and I would like to fully blame Sophia for that.
Yep.
Because she said, sorry, I'm going to LA for a really cool job that she's not exactly allowed to say, but
Legally, I'm not allowed to
we'll-
talk about.
we'll hint. We'll give really
I can
discreet
kinda-
hints.
Yeah, so not my fault. I got this offer so last minute that I didn't have time to we couldn't even have time to plan this. And I didn't even know if I was going to get back sooner or later. Like, I did not know when I was coming home. I literally told Sistine, I'm leaving this day, which is tomorrow, and I don't have a flight back. So
We always say
Man the
when it
fort.
comes to our work schedules and just our life schedules,
Mhm.
it's always all at once or nothing.
Yeah.
So while Sophia said, hey, I'm so sorry. I know we move in on Thursday, but I'm actually leaving for LA on Wednesday. So you're going to, one, have to do the move-in alone. Two, I was relying on her to be here because I had one of the most important career meetings of my life on Thursday morning. So not only did I have to wake up at 5 a.m., go to the meeting, then meet the movers, then unbox and unpack and do all your crap at the new apartment,
Yeah.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, I felt really bad. I felt
And
really
you didn't
but,
even give me a cookie.
I said we'd go to breakfast when I came
Where?
back. We
Where's
will.
the breakfast,
we
Chris?
we'll
No,
go
you
to
should have
breakfast.
Postmated it.
No, I was gonna get you something, but then I'm like, I want to take her to our favorite like breakfast place that we're now living near, and I was like, oh, that'd be cute. But then we slept in too late, so we couldn't go.
We did
'cause
miss breakfast.
That's what I'm saying. We'll go tomorrow or on Sunday.
Okay.
Really cute. But yeah, no, I went to LA. It was guys. Okay, let me just.
I want to say
I want to say it so bad. I want to say it so bad, but let's just say I can just say it's a competition show.
It's a competition show. Okay.
But when I tell you this is so out of my wheelhouse of comfortability, I had a panic attack before deciding.
I'm trying to
yes.
give more hints.
No, you
Let's
can't-
say,
you
no,
really
I'm not.
can't.
It's a competition show think what is the exact opposite of American Ninja Warrior? Like,
Yeah,
what
it
would
has-
the other spectrum of that be?
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's not physical, but oh god. Okay. So
And it's not a dating show.
No, it's definitely not a dating show. I would never
Okay.
sign up for that. But this, I'm surprised I did. And I had no idea really what to expect going into it. All I knew is I was going alone, and I was going for a week with a whole cast of people I wasn't aware of. I only knew one person that was kind of running the show on the show, but I
Yeah.
didn't know anything else. And I'm dying. I'm gnawing to tell you guys
When
what
are
it
you
is.
allowed to say something?
I don't even know when it's coming out. Like we just shot the whole first season, so I'm not even sure when
It's on
coming
a
out.
very big network.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
It's a brand
And
new show.
I'm-
It's a spin-off.
I'll just say I'm gonna say this now because I feel like once we start talking about it, I just have to say this. You guys I hope you guys still see me as an intellectual human being.
Oh, that's a big hint. That's a big hint.
I don't know if I could say that, but whatever. Long story
I
short,
guarantee the network isn't listening to our podcast.
I was really nervous about doing this show because it's way more information about myself that I was comfortable sharing, because I feel like every single setting that we've been in, even with our reality show, it's been controlled. Like we are
Yes.
able to honestly like know what the storylines are, know what the routine is. Like it's not planned out on our reality show, but we have an idea going into it. This one, I really didn't know what to expect. And, I have no editing control. Like I don't have any, like I don't know the producers. I don't know anything. And so me doing this was a huge risk. And I'm just so scared that
No, you got to get out of your head. She
I
had
know.
so much anxiety the whole week about how she was going to come across to
Yeah.
people. Who cares? My mom
I know,
always
I
says,
think
you're
I'm
not
charming.
special.
I think
Who
I was charming
cares?
on it and fun, and I just hope that it comes off like that. We'll just see. I just don't know what to expect. But I'm so glad I did it because it's something I would have never said yes to unless
I'm
people
glad you
pushed.
did
I
it.
know. I'm glad I did it. And it ended up being one of the most fun experiences I've ever had.
See?
And it's funny because all the other castmates were saying that on their Instagram stories, like, wow, that was really fun. It was just the vibes
That's
were
what
so
happens
good. We
when
all were
you
friends.
say yes.
Yeah, it's so true. Everyone was a friend. All the producers were amazing. The set was incredible. Yeah, and it's just like yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see it, but I'm also, oh God, I can't wait to talk
Yeah, you
about it.
can buy
officially.
me a really nice gift with your fat paycheck you just
Yeah,
got.
but I feel so bad because that week, Sistine and I were moving.
Sistine was moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it ended up just, and I told Sistine, I was like, look, I would do this for you, but you have to do this for me, and I'm sorry, I'll have someone come and help you, but
People say there are 4 stressors that you can go through in your life that will literally send a human being into a spiral. One being divorce, one being birth of a new child, one being moving.
yeah.
I was tweaking.
Mhm.
I was so stressed out because I'm also very OCD and I wanted every single corner of every book to be aligned, everything to be in a place. I wanted no rubbish on the ground. Like everything needed to be perfect. Even your room. I was like, you know what? As punishment, I'm not going to unbox one thing for Sophia. So she comes home
Like it's
late
my
at
fault.
night.
I got a great job.
But listen, I had to do all my crap. She's got to be responsible for hers. What did I do the day before she got here? I was like, I can't do it. I unpacked and organized. I
unpacked
color
everything.
coordinated her clothes.
Yeah.
She
She
went
That's guilt.
crazy.
no.
That's
I know.
weird guilt.
Yeah, I know. And also I felt I felt bad because I'm like she's doing so much, but between the two of us, she's way better at this stuff than I am. No, she made the apartment look incredible.
you.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Her room looks insane. It looks like 50 Shades of Grey.
My room is sexy.
It's sexy.
My
Her room is
What do you mean by that?
No, let me tell you. I don't know
it's
what
so sexy.
the builders did with this apartment, but there's this really moody, everything is dark accents, trim lighting. It's just a sensual vibe in there.
It oozes sex. It's
yeah,
like
no, it
my
does.
girlfriend walks in and she goes, I would have sex on every single
service.
service
Yeah.
in this bedroom. It is so cool.
Yeah, well, not good for me.
And then I'll be honest, she walks into my room and she literally goes, ew. She goes, this is not good. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure
Listen.
out what to do with it.
I don't feel bad.
No, don't feel bad. You did a really
I
good
don't.
job. And I'm sorry that you had to do this on your own. And,
That's okay.
but we'll go out tomorrow morning and I'll take you for breakfast.
You promise?
I promise. And we'll get our granola bowls we love.
You know what my toxic red flag is? I eat the same breakfast every day. So when someone goes, oh, let's go to brunch, I'm ordering the same thing that I would make at home.
it's
Like,
so
I
true.
will never go off course. I eat a yogurt parfait every day. What do I eat when I go out? Order a yogurt parfait. Like,
Parfait
why
every-
do I do
But
that?
you know what's? I feel like remember how we said a couple weeks ago about watching the same shows and episodes and movies constantly.
Oh, it's an anxiety thing.
Because I have the same thing. I eat an apple and almond butter every single morning, and I don't know why, but whenever I have that not there, I get anxious and I go,
No.
I don't know what to eat. And there's 100 things I could eat, but I don't know what to eat.
I
so
also
don't.
think I recently diagnosed myself with something else. I found out I am neurodivergent.
Elaborate.
Okay, so I was on TikTok where I find all my medical advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys do this when you sleep. Like, how do you sleep? What position are your arms, your body? Like, I'm just curious.
I've got like a arm or hand under the head.
Okay.
Do you
on
wake
my
up with a
side.
handprint?
No, there's
How
probably a
does your
pillow
hand
in
not
between.
fall asleep?
I know.
It does.
He's practicing with girls because girls always
Girls lay on it. Yeah,
lay
I
on
know,
their
that's
arms.
that's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
training. I put my arms under the pillow and I sleep on this side.
Okay, so you guys aren't neurodivergent. I sleep like a T-Rex. So my arms are in T-Rex form and I'm almost like curled in fetal position. Like I literally try to go into a ball. I've always done that since I was young. And I saw this TikTok and this girl's like realizing when you sleep like a T-Rex that you're actually neurodivergent. I said, what does this mean? So I looked it up. Other examples of people that are neurodivergent, tell me if this is not me. Planning conversations in your head.
Yeah, I do that.
I'm both introverted and extroverted.
So am I.
Okay, this isn't about you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see if I'm neurodivergent.
She's like, this is my moment
This is
to be
my-
neurodivergent.
Same, I'm
Neurodivergent.
also trying to like if I'm the same.
No, we can't both be neurodivergent.
Yeah, we can.
No, you have the
What?
migraines. I'm neurodivergent.
That just but
I have migraines too, so
Do you?
I'm on team
oh
migraine.
God, don't get me
Do
started.
you get
about
the like
those.
visual stuff?
Yes, I get the. They're
It's
the,
the-
do you
it's
get the
bad.
little ones in the beginning and then
Yeah,
it goes
and then
away
it-
and then it hits
Yep.
you?
But that sucks. You have
Exactly.
it too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the worst.
We'll go
How
into. I actually
often?
want to talk
How
about
often
that.
do you get it?
It varies because I won't have them for like a long period of time, and then I'll get them like
Me
every
too. Do you
couple of
find
weeks or
Yeah,
something.
that's
certain
me.
triggers like stress or travel?
Yeah, but I always have all of them going at all time, like stress, too much caffeine,
yeah.
alcohol.
That's
Yeah,
what it's
no
for me.
sleep, yeah.
Is mine only come up when I'm traveling a lot, stress. Sometimes it's my hormones, and it's a lot of caffeine, and it has to be the four things together for it to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it only happens every few months. It's not like that consistent.
Whenever
but when it
you're
happens,
traveling
Sucks,
and
you're
you're on a
done.
different
I'm
time
out for like
zone.
7 hours.
It's
Like,
when
I
you're on a
can't.
different time zone.
It's different time
especially.
zone, or just but if I haven't slept in a while and I'm anxious about something, like I can feel right now. Actually, lately, this has been seizing my shoulder and my neck. and-
Same.
Yep. And I feel it. And I actually was going to go to acupuncture next week because the lady, I went and got a massage the other day and she goes, your arm is crunchy. Like, yeah, that's how tight it is. And so I haven't been really able to move this arm too much. So I know this is a sign that it's going to.
Maybe stop
Come.
lifting.
Never.
No days off. No days
The
off.
gun show. All right, keep going through neurodivergent.
I guess that was it.
Wait, so
And
people pleaser?
please. Yeah.
I feel
that's
like
it.
that's just a form of anxiety.
It's basically
Like
when your nervous system is on overload. So it's like you go into this fetal position to almost feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the type of person where my brain is busy all throughout the day. And then when I sleep, when it's time to go to bed, that's when everything in my brain goes off.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know why. And I sleep with a heating pad on my stomach. Like I need weight on me. So I'll
She
put
has to have her room at like 75
So
degrees.
this is I feel like this has to make sense. Like I like to feel like maybe I'm in the womb.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
I'm in the womb.
that's what it
Think
is.
about it. Think about it. Because I'll wear a sweatshirt, I'll wear sweatpants, I'll wear socks, I'll wear a heating pad, and then I have 3 covers on me and a weighted blanket. Like I literally want to feel tight. That's weird. But you know what I mean? Like squeezed. No. Suffocated. I don't know.
What is it
You
called?
wanna, that was the best one that you came up with.
Suffocated.
Suffocate.
Ew, God. Like swaddled. You want to be swaddled.
Swaddled.
That's what
That's
you
a
meant.
good
Suffocated?
one. I'm getting hot. I'm getting
He's like,
hot.
no, it's suffocated.
I'm
That's
like,
normal.
suffocated? Are you
Strangled.
Choked.
Murdered. I don't know.
Sick. Just
I'm
sick.
getting hot.
No,
I'm sweating.
Swaddled. Swaddled.
Oh.
But I think it's just another form of like high functioning anxiety, and that's your only way to settle your body before you go to sleep is like this kind of fetal position, motherly comforted
Yeah.
type of position. That's why we have like our stuffed animals. And
Yeah, that's why we have our stuffed animals that are such an ick. That are such an ick.
You guys asked.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
it was a layup.
Wait, I have another ick question for you.
Okay.
Sophia and I stayed up till 12:15 last night trying to curate. This is so embarrassing.
well, you
This
have
is
to
so
put, but
embarrassing.
you have to put context
I will,
of
I
why,
will, I will,
why
I
we did
will.
it.
But we were trying to curate the perfect Bitmoji on Snapchat. and Sophia, I kept making mine and she said, you need to make yours hot. Like, who cares if it doesn't look like you? You need to make it really hot. So I was like, okay. And then I showed her. She goes, that looks nothing like you. And I was like, rude.
Yeah, I literally
But-
didn't look anything like
Yo.
her.
Rude.
It literally looked nothing like you.
But Sophia got me into Snapchat again.
Well, so we have to put context with this is that because haven't had one for 4 years, and I don't know if you guys are an OG listener, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, mine was hacked,
No.
and it messaged my ex at the time.
It did.
And
That's pretty
I
funny.
deleted it. I like got rid of all the photos. I was freaking out because you guys know the things that you save on Snapchat are archaic and horrible and
Probably illegal.
life-ruining and-
Probably
yeah,
illegal.
bad.
A lot of it. Yeah.
So I freaked out. So recently, my friend kind of encouraged me to get back and get one because they're like, oh, that's how you talk to people and whatever. So
That's how you
then-
talk to famous people,
No,
apparently.
no, no.
That's what people like.
But actually, that is the thing now, is that famous people talk on
Like
us.
athletes only talk in Snapchat. Artists only talk in Snapchat.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand.
Grow
it.
up.
But yeah, people ask. By the way, if anyone asks for my Snapchat over my number, I would.
But
be
I think I know
grossed
why.
out.
Because say you're talking to someone on Snapchat and you're like, oh, wait, this person's weird. I'm not into them anymore. You can just delete them. Whereas
that's
a
what I'm
number, you're
saying.
kind of screwed and you can
And
block.
also,
but
I miss having the vault of photos like easily
Mm-hmm.
saved. And you had so many, and honestly, like watching all my friends do that, and they all have group chats of Snapchat. I'm like, okay, I gotta get one. So we got one. I curated mine. Christine says mine was ugly.
Wait, Chris, you need to see who has the better Bitmoji.
Okay, I can
Okay.
judge.
Okay.
I don't have my phone with me.
Go get your phone. Go get your phone. Okay. Oh my God. Wait, mine looks ugly. I forgot.
I do love judging people on their Bitmoji, like in
Sophia,
terms
I forgot
of.
that I did this.
Yeah, that's
Oh, this is awesome! I can't wait.
see, that's hers.
Wait, it's gonna put my name. Oh no, it doesn't.
Ick.
Hold on, there's a lot going on.
Ick.
What's
Wait, tell me that my
a hole on your head?
no, it's
This is me.
it's. Tell me, okay.
That's much easier to just.
See?
My outfit, let me give context, you guys. I'm wearing cowboy boots, little cutoff denims, a low red V-neck, a white fur coat. Tell me that's not the biggest slay the pussy boots out
I think this
sound.
is a hard conversation to have a top.
What
Like,
is that? What's going on here?
she looks like she's getting electrocuted.
Okay, to be honest, I didn't like my girl's hair and I needed a hat. So it's just a bowl. I just put a bowl on it.
That's what I was.
Okay,
wondering.
but our point is that we were trying to curate the perfect Bitmoji because we're like, is it an ick to have an ugly Bitmoji? But then
Yes, this looks nothing like
I
me.
feel like it kind of is. I have some friends that made like beautiful Bitmojis.
I know.
I was like, how did they
I gotta
do
show
that?
you mine now too.
Oh, and now I need to see. So
because I hate mine.
yeah, so now but you know what? That's so funny. Now people actually think about this stuff when you have Snapchat. I didn't realize like Bitmoji is a thing.
If you were talking
know?
to a guy that had a really well thought out Bitmoji, is that an ick?
No,
Okay.
no, I feel like
Let me see, Chris.
but
Come
let-
on.
Yo,
is it
this
bad?
is crazy. I don't know. You guys tell me.
Oh my God! Stop.
I don't know if I like that.
Like just a. No, you could do so much more.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can do.
What is this? The hair doesn't even match.
Well, I used to have a buzz cut. I used to have a fade.
You had a
Oh,
fade.
I like the long hair better.
Yeah, I like long hair.
But anywho, a whole new world of Snapchat opened up because since I got it, it's like boy central. All these guys
Yes.
are coming. Like guys
Oh, they're
that don't-
adding you just off.
Yeah, adding me immediately because I
You should
added
have
my
expected
number.
that.
Yes and no, because I didn't add I added a few people that I knew personally, but how did they all know that I'm
Because
on
they
it?
get a notification.
Shut up! Everyone knows.
Yeah.
No,
wait.
that's so embarrassing.
Wait, everyone.
If you
in
okay, so if you have somebody in your phone as like a contact or whatever, it'll be like, oh, someone you just joined Snapchat. Yeah, that's
That's
what
so-
you thought they were just sensing, they were
looked
feeling
me
the
up,
air.
yes.
They're telling me
They're feeling the
all
air,
of-
and they're like, Sophia must have been on
oh
Snapchat.
wow, like who
So that means all of your exes, all of the guys you went on one date with,
yeah.
are getting notified
Oh,
that you
I mean,
created
if they
a-
saved your number.
Oh my god, all my exes now know I got Snapchat. at 27. That's so embarrassing.
Yo.
That's it. That's so embarrassing. I think this is probably the most embarrassed I've ever been in my whole life. No.
And they're just looking at your Bitmoji saying,
Oh, and then by the
who
way,
is that?
when I say I changed my Bitmoji easily 12 times. So, and by the way, distinct difference between every single one. It's not like I've changed it from blonde to like a different shade of blonde. I've changed it hair, eyes, body, outfit.
What are we doing with our lives?
So bad. But I think I now there's a whole new world of Snapchat, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
You know what? You know
that-
you're getting desperate in terms of dating when you've succumbed to Snapchat to reach new men.
But you know what? Do you find it okay? So I'm trying to. Since you don't talk to guys on Snapchat, I'm assuming
I only use it
for foot videos,
Yeah.
right? Do you talk to girls on Snapchat?
Sorry, what?
like
For
to
videoing.
record videos if we're
Oh,
like
okay.
out, and then I can save
I thought you said
them.
foot videos. So yeah, go ahead.
Foot videos.
By the way,
Don't.
I'm glad you brought that up.
No, I don't want to talk about feet.
You have a higher rating on WikiFeet than I do.
Yeah.
What is WikiFeed?
Wikipedia for your feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
Oh,
up.
And they take
Sophia,
photos, like, and people
Stallone.
zoom in on your feet.
Wow,
Wiki
that's
feed.
insane.
Every celebrity has like a reading
Actually,
on their
let's
feet.
see. Let's see Sophia's rating. Okay, they put your shoe size. You have 5 stars, beautiful feet,
5 out of 5.
with 433 votes.
That's a lot of votes.
433. I know men ranked my feet.
That's a
That
lot
is
of
And so
a
votes.
lot of
basically,
guys.
they'll take a photo of your Instagram and just crop your feet and then put it up. Let's see mine. Holy fuck, I have 645 votes. Oh, I have 5 too, 5 stars.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, 8 people said I had ugly feet. Bitch.
I don't blame them. I'm like,
I don't
I'm the
either.
8 people. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 1 star.
Each of Sophia's Bitmojis
I know, I'm
voted
like,
on your feet.
Oh, man.
That's
Wait, do you
brutal.
talk to girls through Snapchat?
No.
You don't?
No, I
okay,
don't.
so it's interesting because I've heard either guys really do or guys. I just find it a very lazy way.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a younger thing.
I think it's a younger thing, and I think it also just announces that you're a fuckboy like right off of the
yeah,
bat,
that's
which is
It's
so
a cheater
true.
thing.
It's
That's
a
a red
cheater
flag.
thing. 'Cause
That's
you can,
weird.
You can really reach anyone with that.
Also, the reason Snapchat was invented was to send nudes
Yeah.
that disappear. That was the
I don't know if that's on
origin.
the patent, but yeah,
No,
that's
that's
what
the
it got used for.
origin
Yeah,
of
of
it.
course.
That's what it's still used for. That's why everyone uses it.
But then I hate
Can't you
that-
save it now?
You can literally save it. There are other secondhand apps that you can save it, screenshot it,
I'm not about it.
screen record it.
That's like my worst nightmare. Oh, speaking of, by the way, I want to talk about. I had a nightmare last night.
Oh.
Yeah, I like woke up in the. Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and then fall back asleep and then you have a very extremely vivid dream?
Mhm.
So it's only because you're half awake, half
Yeah,
asleep,
yeah,
you're like
yeah.
lucid-ish dreaming. You guys, it was so real. I thought all my teeth were falling out. I had a dream. I couldn't I was catching them as they were falling out, and I was like crying, and I was so embarrassed because then I had just gums. And every time I like touch it with my tongue, like a tooth, it would pop out. No, it was
Oh.
so gnarly. And I was at home and I was so confused what was
That's
going
a
on.
phobia of mine.
Yeah, and I don't. What
Like
does it
losing
mean?
teeth.
Many
does it
people
mean?
believe that a vivid dream of teeth falling out can symbolize a recent loss of something important, like a job, relationship, or loved one.
Ooh. Well, no one
Ooh.
died in our
No
life.
one died. I haven't lost a job. Loss of loved one. No, I haven't dated anyone for over a year, so
Chris, liar.
Damn,
Doesn't add
alright.
up.
I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe it's just like an anxious thing. Maybe
I
just
guess.
my teeth falling out was anxious, and I woke up like feeling my molars because those were the 2 that fell out first, and they were there.
That's
obviously.
gnarly.
Yeah, it was not fun. It was really, really shitty.
It could be you're sleeping in a new place.
Yeah, and this is my first week sleeping there, and I feel like there's a lot to do with my room, and I'm anxious about getting that done. Sistine's really creative, and she has a great eye for taste and fashion and furniture. Apparently,
What else am I?
I don't.
Mm.
I am not. I like Pinterest. I like pinning rooms I like, executing that room.
But here's
I
what's
don't like.
annoying. I offered my services and you said I don't want to bother you with it.
Yeah, because
But I know what I would pick out for you would be 1,000 times better and you'll like it more than what you'll find for yourself.
I know, but I have to first work with all the furniture that we left over, and there's things I'm not allowed to get rid of, and so now I have to kind of rearrange, and it's been really stressful. I don't know. Look, it's not even like a stressful thing. I should actually turn it into something fun. Like, oh, I'm furniture shopping. Like, I get to redecorate my room. But I just don't like this stuff. I hate it. I'm just not that girl. I just don't like it.
I feel like there's a lot of new eras happening for us.
Yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot of changes.
A lot of changes. You
had a good meeting.
Had a good meeting, but another big change. Your girl is single again.
By the way, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that. You didn't write it on the thing, and so I was like, she doesn't want to talk about it.
You know what? Why not?
No, okay.
Listen, I'm not gonna, no, hold on. I'm not gonna get into details or anything. I actually think he's a fantastic person, great human being. We tried it, didn't work out, no hard feelings, still friends, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But you know when you're going through something in your life and then for some reason, like your algorithm starts giving you videos to exactly what's happening in your brain right now?
Were you getting like psychic readings?
I was just getting a lot of dating theories, breakup theories, relationship theories, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I came across one and I thought it was so interesting. I found this dating expert. He's a coach, Anmar White. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I really want your guys' opinion on this. So feel free to jump in. But he said that there are 5 categories that men put women in. Okay? It's kind of like the box theory, but we're going a step further.
Okay.
First one, on the bottom, is the desperate girl. She is trying to get him to like her. He doesn't have to work hard. So she is constantly chasing him, trying to get his attention. And he's just kind of shooing her off.
She's just easy.
She's easy. She's desperate. Number 2, the good time girl. He's not trying to show this girl off. You're just there for a good time. Okay? So we all kind of know that one person in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, situationally, you'd invite this person out to a bar because you know you'd have a good time with this person. Okay.
Yeah.
3, the good enough girl. He's settling with this girl. You know you're in this category if he isn't doing nice things for you. Like if he's not thinking, oh, let me go grab her a coffee, or oh, let me book a date. Like exactly.
She'll stay around because she's partially on the bottom girl because she's desperate.
Like he doesn't like you enough to do nice things for you.
Okay.
So that's the good enough girl.
So
the 4th girl, the dream girl. He's excited about you. He's aligned with you. This is the wife material, the dream girl. Okay. The 5th one can get a little bit tricky. Okay. The out of his league girl. And this is the most dangerous girl. All right. Because he's using you. This is what he said, not me. He's using you to bring himself up to your level, but will resent you and end up trying to humble you and even perhaps cheat on you.
You know what's really interesting is that you see a lot of those guys or girl relationships and you go, how is she dating him? Like she's so out of his league. And they always end up getting cheated on.
No, it's so
And you're like, he cheated on her?
It's so like, true.
Which is crazy. But it's that situation where I feel like sometimes those guys get a little cocky and they think, oh, if I can get her, I can get anyone.
Actually, Billie Eilish did a whole video about this and she said, when an extremely gorgeous, hot, perfect, amazing girl gives an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. And then it's always those girls that are the most heartbroken and you see who did it. And it was the guys that were completely just so insecure and so out of her league.
And then there's those moments, though, when you see those not as attractive guys with hot girls and the guys are like, how did he pull her? By being nice and funny. Literally, it's that.
Just be nice.
No, it's so insane. And I'm going to go on a rant for this and you're totally...
Go.
I can't stand when guys get DM us and they go, how do I get the girl of my dreams? Like, I don't know. Like all these guys... Because you're not being nice. You're not being chivalrous. You're not pursuing her the way she wants to be pursued. You're not being funny. You're not being kind. It's not that hard, I'll be honest. Look, is there attraction that needs to be there on her end too for you? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be physical. Like, you can make her fall in love with you for all the other reasons other than physical. And also, you can work on your physical to elevate your appearance in some ways. Like work on your highlights. If your eyes pop, wear a color that makes your eyes pop. If there's an outfit that looks good on you and you dress up, dress nice. But like
it really just boils down to like girls like to see effort.
Yes.
And if you just put in a little effort, and effort doesn't need to be buying her anything crazy or whatever. Effort is making a plan,
Yes.
booking a place. If you don't want to book a place, make the plan to meet at the bar.
Yeah.
Make sure she gets home safe.
Yeah.
Don't try to pull anything weird or creepy. Tell her she looks nice. It's those little things.
Like how, but you know, it's also, you can tell the difference between a guy that's confident in himself and pursuing you versus a guy that's insecure and pressing for you. Because I've had those situations where I've, you know, gone out with guys that maybe they weren't that cute, but I said yes to a date and they were pushing, and it was getting needy and weird.
Yes.
But I've gone out with guys that maybe weren't as cute, but they were confident in their own abilities, confident with their own life, had their own friends, had their own job. And that made me attracted to him because he was fine with also giving me space, but making the plan, like knowing the boundaries of a beginning foundation of a relationship. And it's just like not that complicated. Also have chat, like be funny, ask questions. If she's not giving it to you, then by the way, you can do better then. If she's like hot and gives you nothing back, dump her and go find a girl that can. Like,
Yeah.
I just like, this is also for guys and girls. Like I'm not even just putting this just for guys. Like you don't have to also, like sometimes the hottest girls are not the best girls ever too. Like I'm, you know, like not all of them
Most aren't.
most don't have that. Like, I mean, yeah, that much.
Except for our listeners, because they're super
They're
hot.
so hot.
I know they have great
You
personalities.
actually, we're not just saying that.
They're so hot.
They're so hot and they're funny and they're beautiful. But yeah, so that's where I get kind of annoyed about the whole dream girl situation where guys get confused.
But I kind of agree with this theory going back. Like, I feel like I've seen my friends and myself be in one of these categories at one point or another. Like, the good enough girl, that's brutal.
Can we talk about where that probably comes from?
What?
You know that theory, and you can say if this is true or not. Guys get married to a girl not because she's the perfect girl of his dreams all the time, but because he was ready at that moment.
For sure.
So do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
why everyone says right person, wrong time.
And this is the thing, and girls don't understand this about guys because sometimes they go, I met this guy, we're perfect together. They will be with each other for 8 years and they still won't commit. And then suddenly, and it always happens, they meet a girl a year later, get married a year later. Because at that time, he was ready. And that's what's so wild about the situation is girls don't understand sometimes that it's not you, it's him. And a guy has to be mentally ready for marriage or else he's just not going to commit.
And you can't push him.
And you can't push him. And by the way, even if you do push him, you get married, y'all are going to get divorced unless you really work hard to, right?
It's okay, yeah. One thing I wanted to ask you guys though is that just dudes or is that a thing for girls as well? Like I assume there's got to be a point where you guys are ready for things. I know why it's more prominent. Like,
I think it does depend on the girl because I know Sophia and I are we do have this timeline in our head of like when we would like to settle down and at what point we would like to be engaged, all this stuff. But I know a lot of my friends don't commit to relationships or pull out when things get so serious because they're not ready for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it does definitely go both ways.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't think a girl is ever. I mean, obviously, there's situations where a girl won't marry a guy because he wasn't the right guy, but it has nothing to do with being ready in your mind. Do you know what I'm saying?
I wonder what switches,
like,
you know?
For
anyone.
a girl will be with a guy for a while and still be like, okay, like I'm down to get married whenever, you know, the timing's right together, but she won't end it with him because she's just not ready in general. Do you know? Like,
Yes.
it's not like because it's more of the guy.
Yes.
Like I would be ready for marriage if I found the perfect guy tomorrow in like a year. If that was the case, like I would engagement. I need like 2 more years, but yeah, like that I'm fine with. But I just find that it's so crazy because I feel so bad for so many girls that put in like years of effort with a guy and they can't commit, and then suddenly like they can 5 years later. But that's not that. Sometimes guys they're just not physically ready, and that's not their fault either. Like they also have to be honest with themselves too.
I also do think it's a weird trend with our generation. Everyone's getting pregnant really young and everyone's getting married really young, especially the couples that met in college and continue to date outside of college. I just think, how do you know where your head is going to be 5 years from now? Because if you think about it, I'm 25. Chris, how old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
so
right between
imagine
us.
where your head was at in terms of dating, relationships, anything when you were 21.
See, here's one thing. I'm like a long-term relationship guy traditionally,
Aw.
but I would have made mistakes.
Right,
I would have
right.
made
So
bad mistakes.
That's
Exactly.
why I always think, okay, so you get married at 28. How do you know what you're going to want at 35, 40? You know?
I think that's part of it. It's
That's
you
part
got
of
to
it.
try to find the right person that you can grow with, and that's a difficult thing to do, and that's why there's so
No,
much
we're
work and
never gonna
stuff,
find
but-
anyone.
No, but it's actually. I'll tell you. I actually think this was one of our biggest problems.
So rude.
I know. How
New
dare
York.
they?
Come on.
Stating someone's life, interrupting our podcast for that.
So
Rude. Rude.
Okay.
What was it? Oh, okay. I actually have a question for you.
Sure.
If let's just say a girl is in a relationship with a guy for a really long time and the talk of engagement marriage hasn't been brought up yet, is there a conversation that like she should approach with, or just be like, or either should she ask it as a question way, like, are you looking for something, or kind of be a bit more hardballing, like, I want this. Are you? Can you get? Do you know what I'm saying? Because like,
I think you can lead in and kind of just like gauge the temperature first. Just ask them kind of like what their thoughts are on
Yeah.
it. And if they're not giving you much, which is going to happen, like I would say majority of the time, especially when you're younger, then you got to be like, you got to let people know what you're thinking. Feel like that's the
Yeah.
part where
You have
guys
to be
lose it.
honest.
Where we don't necessarily understand what your boundaries are with
Yeah.
that, what your expectations are for it, and that's where we mess up because we're
do you
idiots.
think
That makes
it's
sense.
bad though to give an ultimatum?
Maybe don't lead with it.
Right.
Maybe don't lead with it, like, because you want some time to process everything too.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a big decision, but at some point, yeah, I think that's
Ultimatums are
perfectly
crazy.
fine.
That's why I kind of get nervous is that let's say if I was in a relationship for 5 years and he hasn't committed to me yet or wanted to even spoke about marriage, I'm at 30 years old. And but my point is, would I rather give him an ultimatum and then him choose yes to be with me, or would I rather him just want to? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a hard decision where would I rather
Well, no, I think though, if you haven't had these conversations within the 5 years that you guys are dating and you're not somewhat on the same page, then you're not supposed to be together.
Well,
like you kind of have the same
but
idea.
in their defense, a lot of these relationships start when they're 20. And so like you're not really going to talk about marriage at 20,
Yeah, but, like,
25.
You can't deny like every long-term relationship that we've all been in, like you have those silly, cute little conversations
Yeah.
about future, long-term, what dog you're gonna get, what kind of house you want to
You
move
always got
into.
so mad because I'd bring it up so much earlier than I needed to
You
do it.
literally bring it up date 2. Like seriously. She goes,
That
"Oh,
would scare the
house
shit
that
out
she
of me."
wants,
I know, okay,
type of ring,
no,
the dog that they're gonna
she's
get,
being so-
and the name of the dog.
All right, so what's the reality of it?
It's a joke.
paint the picture, paint the
Stop. I
picture.
can give you a picture, but it's in my
this is
defense.
why they get
it's
so
month
sad,
2
'cause-
of being official. I'll probably say something that I want in my
Hell
life.
no.
I'll say I want to. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I
Say
want. I
it.
want like a his
Speak
and her
your truth.
bath. I want 3 golden retrievers. I want some kids.
What are the dogs' names?
I have one named Banks and one named Honey.
Do you see what I mean?
I mean, here's the
But
other
that's
thing
just
though.
what- That's also, by the way, if I'm saying I want this, let me have it.
But with
and
him,
let me-
but
Yeah.
with him, you're saying it with him. You're
By
gonna
the
have
way-
it with
by
him.
the way, I'm not saying this is the right thing I've done, but no one has given me shit for it. They're all like, really? I want a backyard too, and this and that. And they all get kind of goofy
It's
and
called
giddy.
honeymoon phase, babe.
Where they at though?
Oh, okay, this is all okay. I was at dinner, not in bed. He's like,
Okay,
pillow
okay.
talk. Obviously, they'll say yes to anything.
Okay.
Insulting.
I'm. it was too
no,
good of a
that's
line.
really funny. That's good.
It was too
That's
good of a line.
You had to.
Okay.
They
Oh my
wanted
God,
this.
you're like red.
They wanted this with me.
I was before that line presented itself. I was gonna say that at this point, like at a certain age, I think that becomes pretty like respectable to do. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty normal to do.
I
Yeah.
think it's really important to just. I mean, look. I think I get ahead of myself, and I'm a dreamer with things, and I like to visualize
Yes.
what my life is gonna
As
be
you
like
should
in a
be.
few years. That's just my nature. I like to think about it in the shower. I like to think about walks, listen to music. I'm in a music video. That's just my brain. But I don't think it's bad to say what you want in a relationship. Maybe not necessarily telling him that we're going to get married and this. Now, I don't say that, by the way. I don't say we are going to get married and this is what we're going to do.
You
Part
have
of
to say
me-
what you want.
Part
You
of
have
me
to.
doesn't
You have to.
believe you.
No, I've not. Only with the serious relationships.
Okay,
I've
so
been.
only with
and that's
two
only
guys.
like two serious relationships. So I haven't done it to like 400 people.
Babe,
But
you
I
need to
did
get
at
on
the time. I
You
was
need a
like,
date. Bad.
It's been a second. It's been a second. Anywho, speaking of love and relationships, since we're both single now and we are more than qualified to give advice on this.
Honestly, we're so not qualified.
We're not.
But I think we are qualified in the experience department.
But you know
We've
what?
dated every type of character.
No, and I also think we're able to dictate good advice. Maybe we don't take it ourselves, but I think we digest a lot of information and we've gone through a lot of things that we're able to kind of put into words what we believe is the best result. And by the way, people like it.
Yeah.
We've been getting your responses.
Yes.
Wow. The DMs have been flooding.
So we're gonna
and we
answer
love 'em.
some DMs.
Yeah. So we're gonna give you some
And also,
advice.
I would like to add that there has been a hashtag reveal Chris.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
Jesus.
wants to see Chris, which we're gatekeeping.
By the way, we're actually not going to. No, Chris wants it. He's like
Girls want to do just a Chris answer Q&A.
Jesus.
Oh,
I
we
know.
actually should do that.
I'd do it.
Like we should do a his, her, like guy perspective.
Oh,
type
100%.
thing. Okay, so next week,
Ooh.
if you guys want a his, her type Q&A, ask your questions
Yeah,
in
from
our
the guy's
DMs.
POV and
Yeah,
the
we'll
girl's
do that.
POV.
So if you need some sort of like what is he thinking type thing, we'll do that today too. But like specifically for that, we'll let Chris do it. But we're
Okay.
still not showing his.
So we're going to answer. Yeah, no, he's
He
ours.
has to wear a mask.
He's ours, okay?
We'll give him a mask.
Okay, so we're going to answer some questions. My brother has this friend that I've liked for years. They aren't that close, where it'd be messed up for me to go for him. But, like, I hardly see him, and I've never talked to him, and I don't know what to do because I don't think I can ask my brother to set it up because I just know he will get all big brothery about it. Please send some help because I have major walls up where I do like it if people know I like them. So I really struggle with being able to form a plan of action.
By the way, so it sounds like she's a hard time making a first move. Like clearly this guy probably likes her, but she doesn't like showing someone that she likes them.
Cue the song.
By the
My best friend's
brother
brother, he's
is the one for me. Hey, BFB. Okay. By the way, that's actually when I read this question, I was typing it out. I was thinking that song. And can I just say, we are on the same boat. I hate making the first move. And I hate showing someone that I'm interested in them because I feel like I lose my power, which is so dumb. And let me be so frank with you. It actually doesn't matter who makes the first move. It really doesn't. And actually, guys prefer it if you show that you're interested because I also think that he's holding off because you're someone's brother that he's friends with.
Also, she said that they're not that close where it'd be messed up to go for.
Exactly.
So, okay, yes, a brother is probably going to get overprotective because he's being a brother. But at the same time, I think you need to ask yourself before giving it a go, do you think your brother's really going to get so upset where it would cause a huge fight? And if the answer is yes, maybe don't do it. But if
Yeah.
you think he actually wouldn't care, maybe he'd give a little attitude, but he'd move on with his life.
Mm-hmm.
I say go for it.
Get a Snapchat.
Yeah, get his Snapchat.
Get his number.
Genius.
Go on your brother's phone. Get his number. add
Scan his
his
code.
QR
I'm
code.
learning this.
And then go make your Bitmoji hot.
Make it so hot.
But okay, but straight up, follow him on Instagram, like a photo.
Mm-hmm.
Guys will notice it, and just make the move. Because by the way, I did that recently, and it works. It works.
T.
It works to you.
I say go for it.
Yeah,
If it's not going to cause a riff in your family, then.
But you know, I always
do
like
it.
this. Like the last thing, I always say, what is the worst that can happen? No, really. Like you send a message, be like, "Hey, what's up?" Is he gonna go, "Ew"?
Cooties.
What? Like, no, he's clearly not. He's gonna say, "Hey, what's up?" Like, guys don't think that. Girls will. If a guy texts a girl like, "Hey," out of the blue,
It's true.
we'll think about it. We'll be like, "Oh,
What's the worst
intentional.
that
What's
could
the
happen?
guys
But
don't? They're like,
also-
"Oh, cute girl texting, cool. How are you?" That's not. It's
So-
not that.
What's the worst that could happen? Probably nothing that bad. What's the best that could happen?
You got married.
You got the guy? Okay. Here she goes again. Here she goes again. Okay. Read another question.
Okay. Hi, I love you guys. I've been seeing this guy for a month now. How do you know whether they're looking for something long term or just a hookup without asking or pressuring anything? And how long should you wait for them to ask you to be official, exclusive, without waiting too long? I think we can also ask you on this one too. some
Okay, so
questions.
How do I know that they're looking for something long-term or just a hookup? I feel like this is a boy should answer this POV.
Yeah. What are the signs that you
Want to see a girl after a month and it's not just a hookup.
Probably like the nature of how you're hanging out.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna say effort.
So you're saying like the amount of times they're hanging out, or just like the
That and like
communication?
that and the nature of it. Like, what are you guys doing? Is it like more planned out activities,
Yes.
or is it something that's like clearly low effort?
Yeah, like
It's
what
so
are
true.
like 2 or 3 signs that it is just a hookup?
If
And
he
it's
calls
nothing
you at
more.
like 12
But
o'clock,
I'm
come
curious what a
over.
guy would do
That's
specifically.
it.
Yeah, but that's like obviously everyone good. Is there like a thing that, I mean, obviously like maybe lack of texting. If he wanted to, he would type situation. Is it,
No, I
I'm
just think
curious
what
if
he said
there's-
is exactly right. If he's planning fun dates for you, activities, like constantly wanting to. My dad always says this, like a guy, if he really likes a girl, will literally do anything to try to communicate with her and see her.
Mhm.
And if you feel like you're waiting by the phone for long periods of time or even days, and then randomly at night on a Saturday at 11 o'clock, they're trying to see you,
Yeah.
they're probably not wanting something serious and
I
long
agree.
term.
And I also think that with these situations, if you compare it to other relationships you've been in, and I don't know if your relationships were good or bad, but they were easy. When I was in the 2 relationships I was in, the process from going to single to being in a relationship wasn't a hard transition. It shouldn't be a difficult one. It should be just, like, oh, okay, we're vibing, we get along.
And I think to answer the second part of this question, how long should you wait for them to ask you? I like to give it 3 months. Like if they're not asking you at the 3-month mark, absolutely ask the question because you've been patient long enough. And you got to also be honest. Just be honest and say what you want at 2.5 months. Say,
Yeah.
look, I'm looking for something serious. Where's your head at? If not, like clearly we want different things.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, know your worth. And
Yeah.
also, once again, like the last question, what's the worst that can happen? You've put in your body, you put in your effort, you put in your mind, you put in your heart into this person. Would you rather extend that for another 6 months and waste your time, or would you rather just get a direct answer then? You can get over someone that you've been dating for 3 months versus 6 years or 4 years, whatever, how long you've been dating someone casually,
Yes. All right. Hi. I just want to say that I absolutely adore your podcast. It's my legit go-to when I go for runs. And I'm on a coffee date with my besties. We love you. Okay. I'm also intrigued in hearing your thoughts on TikTok's new trend on, quote, healthy eating and diet culture. Do you believe it's promoting positive changes in our eating habits or just exasperating issues with body image and self-esteem? Have you ever dealt with body image issues?
I would say I've fallen victim to the TikTok health trends
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of that stuff. And, I feel like I kind of feel both things on this. I kind of feel like it's done good things and showing, healthy ways to eat and different ways to cook and, different fitness, like workouts you can do. And so that's where I think it's been helpful. But I do think that when you have an overstimulation of comparison with all these girls with great bodies and their diets, and you can't compare like what the amount of money they spend on the time they have to cook and the time they have to go work out if you're working a 9 to 5 or you can't, afford like 100 of these like very holistic wellness crazy ingredients, then that's where I feel like it can kind of get
I feel like when I was
tricky.
19, 20, 21, I used to follow so many fitness girls
Mm-hmm.
and seeing what I eat in a day, like their workout routine. I can't keep up.
No.
Like honestly, it was too much of the perfectly curated nasty tasting food that you really don't want, and it got to a point where that's consuming your thought all day every day. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, how am I going to get these next 29 grams of protein in my body and then this vegetable and this complex carb? Like that's not sustainable
No.
for the rest of your life.
No.
I think that, like you said, it's good because you can find cool new ways to be healthy.
Incorporate healthy greens
Yeah,
in
like
your diet or whatever. you
drink
used to.
lemon water. I started doing that. That's great. Don't see a difference, but TikTok taught me. But again, I think if it's making you feel overwhelmed, it's not worth it. Sophia and I really follow the 80-20 rule. Honestly, we probably do like 60-40 because
Yeah.
we'll have a salad for dinner. but we're getting sweet potato fries on the side.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to just live a little bit. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to constantly be like,
Yeah.
oh, if this person on TikTok is doing it, I am. Because let's be real, they're probably not eating those 4 giant bowls that they made throughout the day
Yeah.
and looking that small.
And also, when you ask, have you ever dealt with body image issues?
What girl hasn't?
Yeah.
Well, who hasn't?
110%. And I still sometimes like have my waves of, oh my God, I don't like how I look. When you're in also the social media world, it's really easy to look at all these girls' bodies and think, oh my God, they look so much better than me. But, it takes daily effort to put love into your body and really focus that your body is yours and not someone else's. Someone else you can always improve it by eating healthier, working out. But we also have to realize like our bodies change as women
Oh my God.
so much over the span of years. Like
you can literally fluctuate 4 pounds in a day. Isn't that crazy?
But even like your body when you're in middle school to when you're in high school to when you're in
you
college to after when you have kids.
Post-puberty, then menopause.
It's
oh my God.
God, it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, of course you go through it, but just like look, we still deal with it. We're still working on this. It's a daily thing. So no, you're not alone. But also, do not follow those trends if they are making you feel worse. Because I'll tell you, Christina, I actually don't do that.
I
stuff.
actually had to unfollow. Even I used to follow all these Victoria's Secret models. Like I literally had to unfollow every single one because I was like, how does me looking at this person, this body, nothing wrong with them, but how does it make me feel? Not good.
No.
So just don't.
And also, I think my biggest thing that even you kind of taught me one time when I was just like thinking about my body at one point in time. And she literally said to me this. She goes, do you want to look back on your 20s and 30s and think, I spent all of those years wasting time worried about my body and how it looked?
No.
Or am I going to look at my body and go, this is the youngest and the healthiest
And
I'm
the tightest?
ever going to be? Because 40s are going to come, 50s are going to come,
I said,
60s, and then you're going to be like, why the hell did I not wear that bathing suit when I was 20 and I had this like
No,
great
this is
body?
what
It's
so
just-
many women do. You take a photo and maybe it's not at a super flattering angle, right? And you're like, oh my God. Or maybe it is. And you're like, oh, my forehead looks huge and my arms look chubby and my waist looks wide. And like you're picking yourself apart, right?
Yeah.
I will be damned if I'm 3 kids in, I'm 45 years old,
Yep.
and I'm looking back at my 25-year-old self being, why the hell was I so
I know.
hard on this when she's perfect?
That's what I'm saying.
What I like to do is look in the mirror, naked, do it,
Do it.
stick with me, hug yourself. Just hug yourself. Because this is your vessel, this is your home, you're stuck with it forever. So learn to love it and learn to appreciate it and learn to remember how much it does for you. So,
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Fuck
how
a
much-
trend.
Yeah.
Next
fuck a trend.
question.
Love your body.
Ooh, I like this question.
Okay.
When is it okay to give a second chance? Don't?
I don't know if I feel like I don't know.
As someone who is
someone's-
victim to second chances.
Me too.
What do you think, Chris?
How about if you don't feel like it's actually in line with their character and it was an honest mistake? Because I don't give second chances either. I can't think of a time I really
So you
would.
think-
I think if it was a cheating thing, I don't think
Yeah,
second
me
chances
neither.
are
Agreed.
a thing to do. But I have, by the way, actually, I'll say I did give a second chance to the guy I was dating in college, but it wasn't something he did. It was, how do I even explain this?
We've given second chances, now that I'm thinking back, to every person we've ever dated.
Yeah.
And look how that turned out for us. It was almost worse the second time around.
Yeah. But I do think that it depends on the context.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the situation. It also depends, did you end it with him because you felt like he wasn't ready for something? Did he end it with you and he's coming back to you? Which that I get kind of nervous about is if he dumped you and all of a sudden he's like, I need you back in my life. Like you have, like, you know what it is it pegs the question, which everyone always debates on is, can people change? You know, can people change? Like that's the whole thing. Is like if you're gonna
I
get a
don't
second
think
chance,
they can.
but like
Is that bad?
I've watched movies. Like,
I think there's always a question mark. That's the problem. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
anxiety around like, did this person actually change or are they just acting now?
Right, because I think
acting
people
well.
are all
Yeah.
talk like, how do you truly know if someone changed? Sly always says, the weather changes, the seasons change, time changes, people never change.
It's a bar.
So when they show you who they are, believe
Bars.
them.
No,
I
it's
know,
true.
It's pretty good.
I think, yeah, because everything that you do today is all from what you were as a child, your parents
Yeah.
raising you, the experiences you had, and it doesn't really go away. It
I
might
think
be.
give a second chance if you're not setting yourself up for failure.
Mhm.
Here's a good question I really like. This one's kind of makes me mad.
Oh.
Best friend starts dating your ex and then wants to pretend the past doesn't exist. Help.
Wait.
Her best friend starts dating her ex-boyfriend and wants to pretend the past didn't exist. Help. We're gonna need a lot more to help. We're gonna need a fucking
Wait, your best friend.
mob.
If my best friend ever started dating my ex,
You're not my best friend. What do you mean?
as Wendy Williams once said, death to all of them.
She did say that?
What? So she was talking about Britney Spears' parents and family. It was just like the most rogue thing ever.
That's
But
funny.
regardless,
I would be pissed.
you know what? This is also something that I'm not claiming this is something I said, but this is also something I watched on another podcast, and Shay Mitchell said this.
Oh.
If someone can take him from you, let them. You don't want him. If someone can take him that easily,
He's yours.
he's yours.
Yeah.
Keep him. Keep him. Let your best friend have him, because guess what? That means she just took a problem out of your life. She just took the extra weight, the suitcase that was loaded on your back away from you, because I guarantee you he would have done some shadier shit. I mean, that's pretty shady.
But I want to say the girlfriend is more shady in this
No,
situation.
they're both shady.
It sucks, but you don't want those people in your life.
Never.
Blessings.
Blessings. People coming out of your life, there's a reason why they left. And guess what? I also think in karma, these two people found each other.
Oh, have fun.
Have fun. Let them, their energies match.
The two Tasmanian devils.
The shady energy match. Two lost souls in the night. The shady energy
You know
fell
what's
in love.
so lame? There's so many
what the
people.
fuck that was.
There's so I don't know where you were going with that.
The shady energies.
There's so many people, right?
actually have
I
no
never
idea.
understand why you have to go for someone that is in such close proximity and you can't
Yeah.
venture out somewhere else. They're like, come
Okay,
on.
but I will say also this point, and this is a scenario, this is a very rare scenario. I know someone in college, and this is an example for if you guys have gone through someone dating your ex, right? That was a friend of yours. These two guys are in college and they're best friends. They went to school with me, and they're both in the same frat, and one of them's dating a girl for a really long time throughout it, and the girl's also best friends with his best friend from like childhood and growing up. So it's like the three of them together. While they were kind of on their last leg of the relationship, in the sense like it was kind of rocky, it wasn't really working, they have said that she hooked up with his best friend, right? In the midst of that, like when they were still kind of together, right? Okay, so they find out the girl and boy split. Now the girl's dating his best friend. So clearly, like, lines have been crossed, friendships have been divided, like guys have chose one side versus one side, like these frat guys are freaking out. Wait, so this is the point though. They're getting married this year.
Oh.
So I'm not saying that what that happened is right, but
You're telling this girl that her ex and her best friend are getting
but
married now.
no, this is my point, by the way. And now the other guy has found a girl that's like so perfectly suited for him, and she's amazing, and he's great, and he's happy, and he's found his balance. My point is this, is not saying that this is right, but if someone does that, that's the only outcome that I would think that, like, okay, that's the only thing that could happen for it to not be okay. It's not okay. But for me in my head, I'm like, at least they were soulmates, I guess, and they like
I
need
guess
to get
for
married.
the time being, if it's something that really is bothering you, because it's not okay.
No.
It's like total betrayal of trust.
No, total betrayal.
You have a conversation with her, because the guy's irrelevant. Have a conversation with your girlfriend. If she is not willing to see how maybe weird or upset it makes you,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cut her out.
But my point, but that story was the fact that he found someone, the guy that got cheated on, a girl way better suited for him than she was for him. So
Well, kumbaya to them.
No,
but for this couple,
I'm saying they're bad, but girl,
witchcraft. Spells.
girl, there is a chance you're gonna
Coming
find
your
someone that's
way.
even perfectly better suited for you.
I think we should save the rest of the questions for next week.
You think so?
It's already 4:05. We
Okay.
flew through.
Yeah, that's true.
We still have Stagecoach.
Oh yeah, we really want to go to Stagecoach. We'll save that for next week. And we have a stage. Do you want to talk about the Stagecoach thing now?
I'll hint it. I have the greatest bedtime story you guys will ever hear.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh man, it's embarrassing.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Cowboy boots in the air, me on the ground. Can't wait to share. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We promise we won't skip another week. Blame
No, and we'll
Sophia.
answer more questions, and we'll include Chris more. We'll do more of a guy girl ask questions, and we'll have a
Absolutely.
bedtime story and then a lot more coming your way.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday. Bye. Ciao. Vaffanculo.
I'm gonna
Shouldn't
add all
say
of
that.
this. What is that?
I said a bad word. Bye.